You know that feeling, right? That feeling deep down that you're capable of so much more, but something's just holding you back. It's like you're stuck, watching your biggest dreams stay just over the horizon. You put in the work, you read the books, but that final breakthrough just doesn't seem to come.
But what if the answer isn't about hustling harder? What if it's actually about thinking differently? We're going to dive into that today because we're exploring a philosophy that makes a pretty bold claim. The biggest thing standing in your way, and also your greatest tool for success, is your very own mind.
So, our story here begins with a legendary quest. I mean it. We're talking about a 25-year mission to find a secret formula for achievement. A secret so powerful that it was said to build empires and create fortunes from nothing. It all kicked off back in 1908. Picture this: a young, hungry journalist, Napoleon Hill, gets the chance to interview Andrew Carnegie, who was basically the Bill Gates of his day. What was supposed to be a quick chat turned into a 3-day event. And at the end of it, Carnegie throws down a challenge that would change Hill's life forever. Go out and find the formula for success by talking to the world's most successful people. And just listen to how Carnegie described it. He wasn't talking about business strategy. No, he hinted at a master power, some kind of psychological principle that was the real engine behind his incredible success. This wasn't just friendly advice. It was the key to a hidden treasure.
And wow, what a journey it was. Hill took on the challenge and, get this, with no pay, and for the next 25 years, he dedicated his life to interviewing over 500 of the biggest names you can imagine. We're talking Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Alexander Graham Bell. He was on a mission to find that one golden thread that connected all of their amazing achievements.
So, after all that, what was the secret? What was the one big truth he found? Well, it boils down to an idea that is so simple but so incredibly profound. Your thoughts are, quite literally, things.
The official term for it is thought transmutation. But think of it this way. Your thoughts aren't just these harmless little clouds floating around in your head. When you hold on to a thought, especially one that's supercharged with a definite purpose and a burning desire, it's like planting a seed in fertile ground. That thought starts to grow and actively pull in everything it needs to become real.
Your mind is like a magnet, a really powerful one. Whatever thought you let dominate your mind, whether it's about success or failure, wealth or poverty, that thought starts attracting people and situations that are on the same frequency. So it's worth asking yourself right now, what are my dominant thoughts attracting into my life?
Okay, but just kind of wanting something isn't going to cut it. That's not enough to power up the magnet. The very first step to turning a thought into reality is to upgrade that simple wish into what Hill called a burning desire. It's the huge difference between saying, yeah, I'd like to be successful, and declaring, I will be successful, and I'll do whatever it takes.
To really get this, there's this incredible story in the book. Imagine a great warrior facing an enemy army that is way, way bigger than his own. His soldiers are scared, the odds look impossible. They land on the enemy's shore, unload all their gear, and then their leader gives a totally shocking order. He tells them to burn the ships. As they all watch their only way home go up in flames, he turns to them and says, "We now have no choice. We either win or we perish." Right there, in that one move, he vaporized any option of retreat. Victory wasn't just a goal anymore, it was an absolute necessity. And guess what? They won.
That story gives us a super clear formula. First, you have to know exactly what you want. A definite purpose. Second, you got to raise the stakes. You have to burn the ships and cut off any path for retreat. Make it a must. Then, make a solid plan for how you're going to get it, and this is key, start right now. Don't wait for the perfect moment.
Now, of course, even when you have a burning desire, the road to success is almost never a straight shot. You're going to hit roadblocks. Temporary failure is pretty much guaranteed. And that brings us to the next essential ingredient, the one that really separates the winners from the wishers: persistence.
Check out this story. Back in 1871, the Great Chicago Fire just leveled the city's entire business district. Most of the shop owners saw nothing but total ruin. They packed their bags and got out of town. But one guy, Marshall Field, stood there looking at the smoldering pile of ash that used to be his store, and he saw something completely different. He said, "Gentlemen, on that very spot, I will build the world's greatest store, no matter how many times it may burn down." Now that is the voice of persistence. It's that ability to see your future success even when you're surrounded by what looks like total defeat. And you know what? He did it. That store became a legendary success.
And here's the real lesson in that.
For a lot of us, our biggest moments of growth don't come when things are easy. They come from our crises. It's in those tough times, when we're forced to find something extra inside, that we meet what Hill calls our other self, a stronger, more resilient version of us. Think about it. Have you ever had a moment like that? Failure is often just a stepping stone in disguise. So what does all this add up to? Well, it's about adopting a mindset that's built to win. It's not about being the smartest person in the room or the most talented. It's about winning the game that's played in your own head. It's about being willing to pay the price for your dream, not just with hard work, but with your every thought. I mean, just look at this list. Edison didn't fail 10,000 times. He found 10,000 ways that didn't work. People told Henry Ford he was crazy for thinking everyone could own a car. Experts laughed at F.W. Woolworth for thinking he could build a business selling things for a nickel and a dime. The common thread here? Every single one of them absolutely refused to let somebody else's doubt become their reality. They just wouldn't quit.
There's this little poem in the book that just nails the entire idea perfectly. Seriously, let this one sink in. Success isn't about genetics or talent alone. It's a mindset. In the long run, the person who wins is the one who truly, down to their bones, believes that they can.
So, let's tie it all together. Success is not an accident. It's not luck. It's a formula. It all starts with a crystal clear decision about what you want. Then you fuel that with a desire so strong it burns away every single doubt. You back that up with unshakable faith in yourself, and you power it all with a level of persistence that simply refuses to accept defeat.
In the end, as Hill puts it so powerfully, success requires no apologies and failure permits no alibis. The power to change your life is right here, right now. The formula works. The only question is whether you will work the formula. So I'll leave you with this. What is the one definite decision you are going to make today to start turning your biggest dream into your new reality?